Hello, this is Great Angels, and this is your weekly Angel Oracle card reading for Monday, January 14th through Sunday, January 20th. This week I'm guided to use the Angel Tarot cards. I like this deck just simply for the purpose of when you're working with customers or clients, sometimes they have this feeling that tarot is dangerous or negative. And these cards completely demystify all of that. They take all of the negative connotation out of it, and it's filled with just 100% love and light and angel blessings, and it helps to connect with that individual more. Let's see what they have in store for us for this week. Okay, we'll use that one for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And this one for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And that will be for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, so to start off the week, the world. So here we have the 21, the world from the major arcana, and it is guided by Archangel Michael, and it says, a job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, and the path toward enlightenment. So this card is really about celebrating the fact that you've just gone through a completion. You have reached the end of a particular chapter, and it's a sure success for you, and that you have met a lot of your goals that you've sought after. So I think that with this card here, it's really, if you take a look at this, when you're working with Archangel Michael, by the way, it's really, his colors are royal blue, royal purple, and gold. So if you feel connected to work with him this week, you can, if you see those colors, you know that he's around. Also, you can carry a gemstone. It's called sugilite, and I like that stone just simply because it finds those colors. But the world card it's really all about that you've come full circle, and the world card wants you to know that regardless of how you may have seen things in the past, you did a magnificent job. So you have certainly come into your own element, and you've stretched out your wings, you grew, and as a result, you've become a better person and enriched the world of people around you. And you will continue to enrich that world as now it's time for you to take that leap of faith and move forward in the next chapter of your life. So enjoy the feelings of your accomplishments as you have spiritually evolved and you are ready to move forward onto the next level. For some of you, this actually can indicate a recognition or an award for this week, and you may be receiving a huge promotion because the world is huge, and it is the last number for the major arcana. So this would be of significant amount as far as a promotion of anything here. So it could be that you may be finding yourself moving to a better home or a better location, and possibly even out of your own area or even state. Archangel Michael oversees your divine life purpose, and he knows what roles your soul has been born to fulfill. So ask him to cut any cords of fear and for guidance, courage, strength, and confidence as you embark on your next steps. And again, carrying that sugilite would help you with that too. So let's see what the middle part of the week is. Another major arcana card. We have the moon, which is number 18 in the tarot deck. And the moon is about, you may be experiencing some fluctuating emotions as it's just time. Allow for some time for some things that have yet to be surfaced. Allow for those to come to into the light. Okay. The thing with the moon is that The moon casts shadows, so it has that connotation of deception or illusions. And that's the part of the hidden part, element of the moon, is that there's that hidden mystery of the moon just illuminates just enough light that it allows you to take just one step, maybe two steps, but you really can't see that far out. So it has that hidden part, that mysterious part of it. But the moon's all about important psychic insights and events behind the scenes. Release the fears that hold you back. And that's what it says down here at the bottom of this card. And the moon is governed by Archangel Haniel. And her color is a pale blue light, almost white, kind of like the moon. And you may want to, if you want to work with her, you may want to carry a moonstone. That would be just significant for this card here. And Haniel is associated with the moon and intuition and cycles, and also the angel of grace. So you can call upon Haniel to help you in developing and trusting and following your spiritual gifts. And you can ask Haniel to help you release any fears that may be keeping you from moving forward. Also, one of the things is that she's great to call upon for, if you are going for a job interview. She can provide you with those graceful words necessary to help you do your best. And with this World card, because you are taking such important new steps, there may actually be some of you going into new jobs or interviewing for jobs. So Haniel would be the perfect angel to work with to help you have the best words for that interview or that situation. She brings about emotional freedom, confidence, and inner strength. She reminds you to find fulfillment from within rather than trying to find happiness from outside yourself. And that external joy is fleeting, while happiness that comes from within is really never lost. You may be feeling frightened or insecure, so the fears that are holding you back may be external fears that you actually can see. However, at the same time, they might also be fears that you really don't even exist. It's all in your mind. And the moon is about releasing and letting go of those fears. And again, you can ask Archangel Michael in conjunction with Archangel Haniel. Michael can help cut those cords of fear so that you're able to, that's been holding you back so that you're able to move forward. So it's about going within and listening to your intuition and reflecting upon what you need to do next. So ask your higher self, what's causing the fear and what's creating these anxieties that you may be feeling. And once you see past the hidden illusions, you'll then be able to move forward and you'll be free. Okay, so you'll then be able to see the truth about yourself that you kept hidden, and you'll be able to see the wonderful path that's ahead of you. So pay attention to your dreams this week. You may even want to consider writing into a dream journal if you have one of those. If you don't, you may even begin wanting to create one. Also, listen. You may have strong intuitive feelings that may be surfacing. And you may be having a lot more intuition or intuitive feelings even at nighttime. So you may wake up in the middle of the night. So jot those things down that you're feeling. But unseen events may be affecting you. So that's what this card is. And the latter part of the week is we have the Knight of Air. And the Knight of Air, for some of you, this actually may mean that you may encounter the Knight of Air, which would be a younger individual, probably in 20s, early 20s, late 20s. They're intelligent, decisive, idealistic, tireless. And here it says, events that occur with great speed. Take your time carefully to review your options and creative solutions. So, like I said, the Knight's probably in their 20s. May have darker hair, could even be darker skinned, and this individual's very, very intelligent. So, they're just intelligent, again, the decisive, they're idealistic, and they are tireless. So, or if this isn't an actual person, this may be what personality you may need to take over this later on this week, and that you may need to develop these things. So events in your life are moving into high speed. That's what this card is representing. So we have just finished one chapter in our life. We're cutting back and cutting away all of the fears, and now we are going out the gate here. So it's really about just not even time to take a rest here before you move into that next chapter in your life here. So events are moving into high speed, and your plans now can be implemented, and you can expect to see a lot of activity this week. Along with a lot of activity, on the other hand here, keep in mind that it may get a little hectic and you could have some chaotic orders. So we'll talk about that in a minute here. But for right now, just know that, this is all about movement, and it's quick and it's fast. So use your intellect and your creativity, and that's very important here. And the Knight of Air wants you to get moving. For some of you, you might have been procrastinating, and you've been afraid to move forward. Well, now is your time. Now it's time to take action and do this. So make the changes that you've intended to make already, is what the Knight's saying. And if things have been unbalanced in your work or life, it can throw your chakras out of balance. So get things back in order by taking your action here. The Knight is really extremely intelligent, and they act quickly, but they think even faster, and that's their downfall. So like I said, we'll get to that one in a minute. This person's a go-getter, so you better be on board, or their plans or get out of their way. But this tireless crusader really fights for what they believe in and stands for in truth. And they're not really an individual that gets sidetracked. So stick to one thing, and don't try and fit into anybody's niche where you don't feel inspired or it goes against your beliefs. So the Knight really is all about getting it done. Now, they don't claim to know everything, but they do know what they do know. They know well. So this card, it could anticipate, it may indicate unanticipated situations or conflicts, as I mentioned earlier, that may need to be attended to, because the Knight can sometimes be impulsive in their decisions, and that's what this card's asking you also to do, is that although you need to move, but you want to make sure that you're not just thinking with your head, that you also need to be thinking with your heart as well. So be careful before you make any quick decisions. And the chaotic issues that may crop up, that's where you may need to come up with your creativity and logical solutions to these problems. So that's what's in store for the week. I hope you have a great week. Thank you for viewing. And this is Great Angels. I look forward to talking to you next week. Bye.